Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm a
Morning.
little sleepy boopy, but that's fine, right? That's
Nope.
fine. Sleepy
Nope.
boopy.
No sleep. No sleep. Only
Uh,
awake.
only awake. Okay.
Hey, switch the screen.
I did.
Hey.
I already did that. I think it's just lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it dropped a couple of times for me.
No, it looks good now. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week because honestly, I feel like a lot has happened this week, at least in terms of gaming and I guess entertainment news, which is why
Yeah.
we're going to talk about it today. Because, bruh, I'm excited to
Uh,
talk about the Game Awards. But before we get into that,
yeah.
how was your week?
My week was okay. There's a lot of storms that came
Oh
through,
my god, that's right.
like
Fucked me up
from
real
like
good.
mid to like eastern United States, especially. It hit like the upper parts of the southeast really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and Chelsea both were suffering from migraines all this
Oh my
week.
god, it was the worst.
The front, like that, we had a really, really hard line of storms that came through yesterday. Like I was watching as like that rain cloud was
Yeah.
like coming. As soon as it got overhead, it caused like my TMD, and my left jaw to like freak the fuck out.
Oh, the
Like really,
TMJ?
really bad. There's TMJ and then TMD.
I have TMJ, that's why.
I have TMD,
Mm,
and it just caused my jaw to
damn.
freak the fuck out. And I'm just like, holy shit. It's not as bad as a migraine. I'll take this over a migraine any day, but like, holy shit, was that
Oh my
painful.
god, the fucking migraine. So, I had an awful week because I've
I'm so
been
sorry.
incapacitated. It's because I didn't know how to use, like, I didn't know how to deal with migraines, right?
Because
Um,
you didn't, like,
I haven't
you've
really
had
gotten
what,
them,
once before?
yeah, once or twice, but nothing that bad, right? Um, where it affected my vision. Like, I've had bad headaches, but nothing to this extent. And I had it starting on Monday, and it lasted literally the whole week. The only time I had a
Mm-hmm.
break was on Thursday, where I was like, okay, because you were there Wednesday to help me out, like to
Yeah.
be like, you need to do this and eat this and stuff like that. And so
Well, like,
Thursday,
I had Excedrin because it's like when I was in college, I would average like 4 more migraines a month
yeah, that sucks
in like my like junior and senior year of college. So like I have Excedrin on me
all the time.
constantly. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be out of the house for more than 2 hours, like I will bring a purse to have Excedrin in my bag.
Yeah, that just,
Like I have this entire, you've seen it. It's like
yeah.
I have like this handful of stuff that has to come with me if I'm like gonna be anywhere longer than a few hours. And it's like, here, have an Excedrin, you can take another one, like all this. Like I gave you some tips on like Wednesday, but Friday I'm like, you need this,
Oh
you
my
cannot take
god, I
this,
had
you
to
need
leave
this, go buy
work.
this, you should get this, you want instant relief, you need to be using this. And
I
yeah, you
literally
did
had
had
to
to leave
I
work.
had to leave work. I was like, I don't want it to get as bad as it was Wednesday because I was not capable of driving. My vision was
Yeah.
so messed up.
Mhm.
So I wasn't capable to drive on Wednesday. And on Friday, I started feeling, and I know what it was. Like, there was another, like, foggy day. I felt like the whole world was just
And it was
pushing
warm
down.
too. It was like
And it was
68
warm.
degrees.
And it sucked ass. And it was like, it was foggy, warm,
Mhm.
like humid. It was just too much. And so
It was
I
a
remember I
lot.
told you, I was like, I gotta go. I don't want my vision to mess up. And I went home, took drugs. I was like, I'm out. And because we were supposed to play Faz that day. And I'm like, listen, I have literally skipped every other day playing video games because of these migraines. Today is not going to be that day. Phasmophobia just dropped, like their new update. Like, we're going to play it together,
The
damn it.
Christmas
Like,
update.
it's the Christmas update.
Ah.
And I was like, we're going to play that. And we're going to have a great fucking time. And then yesterday on the drive home, because, I went to work out with you guys and we were walking,
Mhm.
I had another small migraine. And my
Oh.
vision was fogged up. So I told when I picked up my husband that day, I was like, you gotta drive. My head is killing me and my vision is messed up. And he was like, oh yeah, sure. So I know what it is. It's because it was so warm on Saturday for us. It was like 70 degrees, and then
It was
dropped
hot.
so quickly.
And it was one of the things that was like, I tweeted this on my personal
Mhm.
account. Because it woke me up. I'm like, why the fuck is it 70 degrees in Alabama in December
Mhm.
at 3 in the morning? Like, why?
It sucked ass. All in all, it sucked ass, and it's not even. It didn't suck ass for just us. You know,
Oh my god, it was awful
Kentucky
for
and Tennessee. Yeah, they had tornadoes.
Awful tornadoes.
Awful tornadoes in Kentucky and Tennessee. Which prayers to those who have been affected by the tornadoes, because it looks very bad. So as much as I can complain about the headaches and the migraines and all that stuff, I really shouldn't be complaining as bad, to those who have been affected to the actual tornadoes. I mean, that makes sense now that I have had these headaches and migraines and stuff. My goodness, but
it's not fun.
No, it's not. And I hope everyone.
But you now know how to deal with them.
I don't know how to deal with fucking migraines. I even bought a neti pot, which I've told this to Chelsea's stream. I might as well tell it to ours. I never used a neti pot in my life. Never have I used one. And you were the one who recommended to me, because like I just had this intense pressure, and we didn't know if it was like sinus pressure or if it was an actual migraine. So I was like, okay.
No, I knew like whatever you had going on, it was affecting your sinuses, whether it was just the weather or if it was an actual migraine.
Yeah,
you had sinus problems.
Pressure. And so I almost drowned, by the way. I didn't realize I tilted my head back, because they warned in the instructions, don't tilt your head back. And I was like, well, okay, I don't think I'm tilting my head back. I did. And it went down my throat, and like down, it went out of my nose, down my throat, down my shirt, in my bra, all this stuff. And I was just like a mess. I was just drowning, and I was coughing. And of course, I kicked my husband out. Like, I kicked him out of the bathroom. And he starts banging on the door, and he's like, Ricey, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I'm a fucking mess, That was the first go round. The picture I sent you, Abby, where I'm like, my eyes are all puffy and my face is kind of red. It's because of that. It was because of my first attempt. And I was like, this is how I drowned. But I got the hang of it. And once I got the hang of it, it did help relieve a lot of the pressure, the sinus pressure. But I still had fluid in there, like the actual like saline solution, because I went. I thought I got rid of it all. I went to take a nap. I got up. I went to find Tika under the coffee table, and even more came out. Like, so saline solution. Is this disgusting? I don't care. More saline solution came out of my nose, and I'm like, where the fuck did this go from? What the fuck is happening? So 6 out of 10. It didn't cure me completely, but it did relieve the sinus pressure that I had.
I think that the near drowning experience didn't help.
No. Yeah, fuck that. I almost drowned, and I was like a mess, and my eyes were all watered, and it was because it's saline and it's like salty and stuff, and I was like, that shit hurt. Fuck that. But it was
then don't snort. Damn.
I didn't snore anything. I didn't snore. It just went down my throat, and I coughed it up, and it burned. And I was just like, well, of course.
That's the coughing.
I was like, it's
fine.
That's of course. That's how I handle things. But anyway, I now know how to handle migraines. I have my own like bottle of headache medicine just for that.
Yep.
Because I know this isn't going to be the last of the crazy weather we're going to have. I just know it's not.
Global warming.
I know, it sucks ass, man. It sucks ass. And you can only imagine how bad spring is going to be.
I mean, that's if we have a spring.
Oh no, we're going to have a spring. We just don't know how early it's going to be.
I bet it's going to be late.
You think?
Yeah.
I think it might be a little early. Just because of how warm it is. But who knows?
Also, people forget that like winter doesn't actually start until like December 22nd.
The what?
people don't realize that the first day of winter is not until December 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
So we're technically still not in winter right
Winter.
now.
Nope. Excuse me.
So like everyone's like, oh, early spring. It's like, no, we're probably not really gonna get spring until like late March. But yeah, enough about your sinuses and your near drowning experience.
I live to tell the tale. Yeah,
your cautionary tale.
My cautionary tale. That's how shitty this week has been. But within all of the shit, we do find some gold. Actually, I don't know if this is considered gold because, I mean, Cowboy Bebop. Do you want to take over from there?
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like good news. This is
no, it's not bad news. It is. At least to those who wanted.
I don't think people really know what they want. And like I get why like the entertainment industry like struggles with that and can flop. It's because people don't know what they want. So Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, will not be getting a second season. They have pulled the plug on it. And that's a little heartbreaking. Because I wasn't the most impressed with it, but also there were some really, really good qualities that they did bring to the table with it. I think that they were telling unique stories. Again, a lot of these stories, I think we've talked about it on the podcast. I could have just talked to you, Ricey, or Chelsea about this. But the stories seem familiar to me because, like, not only have I watched the animated series several times, and me and my husband are rewatching it since I've seen the live action, but I've also read the manga. And the manga has somewhere between 7 to 8 books that I'm aware of that were released in English. Who knows how many more are in Japanese that never made it to America or just didn't like become mainstream at all. But the manga of those 7 books, they're divided up into 3 different series.
Yeah.
And each one has different stories it tells with each series.
You're right.
No two medium uses the same story twice. Now, Spike's story, since he's with the Syndicate, is consistent throughout the entire thing. He is a former Syndicate member. He is on the run for them. The Syndicate, once he realizes that he's still alive, they go after him. There's different conflicts with that, but baseline, that's still a thing. We still get Jet, we still get Faye, we still get Ed. Ed is Edward Wong, Caillou, Piccolo, Todoroki IV. She's from Earth. Faye, cryogenically frozen and woken up. That's prominent kind of exclusively to the anime, not really in any of the stories. Jet is a former cop. So baseline, all of that is still consistent. But like everything tells its own story.
Yeah. And I think you said that was one of the big problems that they had.
Is that people were complaining it's like, oh,
it's not following a certain story they wanted it to follow.
Yeah, they wanted it to be the animation, which I get. The animation is phenomenal. It is so good. It's such a good storytelling. It has great action scenes. It has great music. Like, I get it. But a lot of these people who have seen the animation probably have not read the books.
Oh, right.
My husband has not really read the books. Like, I don't think my sister has really read the books. Like, a lot of people haven't read the books. I think you have even told me that you didn't even know that the manga was really a thing.
No.
Much less that there were 3 different stories or 3 different universes.
Because all I've heard, so it was explained to me from people who also know of the Bebop universe that it's not big in Japan. It's only big in the US.
Right.
Like Western audiences. That's only how, like, it's only big in Western audiences. So, but not even just the the show. I mean, it's mostly just the show. A lot of people didn't
Right.
even hear. I wasn't the only one who discovered that there was a manga about
Right.
Cowboy Bebop and that it would be different. So I found this out through you. And of course, I deep
Yeah.
dove into it. And like a lot of people didn't realize that, yeah, there's a manga included and it's nothing like, I mean, it's similar, but not
It's
really.
similar.
Yeah,
It still has the heart of Bebop. It still has its quirkiness and its spice and all this stuff, but like it tells its own stories.
right. And I was like, okay. So when you told me that, I can understand why a lot of people, it's of course, it's Western audiences who
Right.
are most upset because it's the Western audiences who just tend to like
Like
it
to be
more.
butthurt about shit.
Well, not that, but I was gonna say just tend to like it more because again, Japan didn't see the series as a big thing, right? Like
Right.
it
And
wasn't
that's
big.
not uncommon.
No,
That's
it's not.
it's like things will hit big in America and Japan just doesn't understand why
Why? Mm-hmm.
or doesn't even realize that it has hit big in America.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've also heard things like Full Metal Alchemist is huge in Western cultures, but it's not really that big at all in Japan. It never was. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I and I get like I have my complaints. Like I think I've done it here. I know I've done it with you. I know I've done it with Chelsea. It's like I have complaints about this, but it's not really like it's one of the things that I'm like, oh, we're going with this. Okay, fine. It's one of those things that's like, if we continue on with this, it's whatever. I guess it's fine. Like it's just another rendition of Cowboy Bebop. I can live with this. One of my biggest complaints is not with John Cho, the actor. I think he was fucking amazing as Spike. He kept the
Oh
posture, he kept
yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
attitude. He was amazing. John Cho is 49 years old. Spike is 27. Spike is supposed to be this young, cocky, former syndicate, really talented hotshot. And you don't really get that with an older actor.
Right. I think that's a Hollywood thing though, because I mean, this isn't the only time Hollywood has ever put an older actor to cover a younger role. Like that's just how Hollywood works. I think
Yeah,
have they pushed the envelope with this one? Maybe, yeah. But like I have seen it's
but it
just a Hollywood
kind of
thing. It's a Hollywood thing to use older actors to fill out younger roles. That's just
but
how
it
I've
bothers
always
me because
I
it's like
know
the
it's awful and they shouldn't do that, but they do.
but
You
because
got a
it's
bunch of
like
30-year-olds pretending to be teenagers. That's the
yeah,
worst. Because you can't really
that is
hire
really weird.
teenagers, but you can't really hire like teenagers because they're still minors and acting. I mean, there are a few teenagers, but to fill a whole school, mm,
They have gotten better about it though.
they have gotten better about it. But
Um but
sorry, go
that's
ahead.
the thing. It's like Spike is supposed to be this young hot shot and they're really focusing on Spike's story that is being told in the animation of the syndicate, of Julia, of the betrayal, of the assassination attempt on Spike, on all this stuff. But what happens between the time he tries to leave the syndicate and when they quote unquote kill him
Mm-hmm.
and he's off the radar of the syndicate for 3 years and then reappears, that's 3 years. That's not a whole lot of time. If you want to give me something like 8 years, 10 years, 13
Yeah.
years, something like that, give me a substantial amount of time between when he left
Mm-hmm.
and where we currently enter. Give me more time than just 3 years. I would be okay with an older Spike
Yeah.
because he would
That
have
would make
learned
sense.
how to
Yeah.
function in the world a little bit better. He would have like kind of like let go of some of the old syndicate mindsets that you can still see in like the animation that they kind of really still force on this older actor. I not John Cho. This is clearly like the directing and the cast director, like the writing, like this is all on them. This is behind the scenes. This is not the actors. I
I know. Keep
it's
going.
frustrating.
I can
It's
see.
frustrating.
I can see it. I will
Especially when
say
I come
though.
from like a theater background, like it's frustrating to see this because it's two things I love. It is theater and it is anime. And adaptation of an anime that is well loved. I love this show. I love the interactions. I love the humors. I love all of
Mhm.
this. I have no notes for Jet. I think Jet was amazing. The actor for Jet,
Yeah.
I believe, like I told my husband, I have to learn his name because he deserves that respect. I think it's Mustafa Shikar, I think is his name.
Yeah. I apologize again if we ruin names. We're just terrible at those.
Absolutely, we're the worst for it. He was amazing. Like people like, oh, Jet's gonna be black. I'm like, I don't care if Jet's black. You just gonna have to have this like old, crusty, like angsty kind of former cop kind of personality who likes to be sassy as fuck with Spike. Like
Mm.
I love their interaction, but like I have no notes for him. I think he was amazing. Faye,
No, that's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Would recommend 100% the second season of Just Jet.
Right, right.
Faye, they kind of overhauled Faye. This is a Faye that we've never had before, and
Yeah.
I'm
You told
still
me
trying
this.
to process how I feel about her. Her outfit, they could have done better with that outfit.
Mhm.
It's not bad, but like again, if you were taking and trying to remake something, her outfit does not change in any of the four renditions.
Mm.
Like obviously she'll have like very sexy outfits because she's a femme fatale, so she goes to these
Yes.
high class parties and she'll wear very sexy outfits. That changes. But her yellow outfit, iconic.
Yes, her
It
iPhone is iconic.
it doesn't change. Y'all could have done better with that. Y'all could have done better with that. You could have incorporated like I get it. It's a
Mhm.
very revealing, it's a very objectifying outfit. I get it. You want to kind of like make it a little more modest for live action because this is an actual person. That's fine. I get
Mhm.
that. But the fact that you give her like a yellow top and then just completely black
Black,
leggings and stuff like that,
yeah.
you could have incorporated more yellow into the lower half and kind of given us this uniform yellow look. I think the red coat works because she's running around. It's fine. I don't care.
I think
But
the reason why, and this is my own personal thing, because
mhm,
her outfit is very iconic.
mhm,
I think no matter what happens, they would get mad because you have to cater to them not trying to make an outfit overly sexy as they do in anime because a lot of people may not understand that, right?
right. And like
Especially
I
this
said,
kind
it's
of
like people
in
don't
culture.
understand what they want.
Right. So, but let's say they do make a sexy outfit. Like let's say they do make it just as they did in the manga. Then other people would be mad because she's like, "Oh, you're just catering to the male
Objectifying
gaze,
her.
objectifying her, all of this stuff." And we're like, and those are just people who are like, "Oh, you know, maybe we should just stay in the anime, but you could have done something more, like given her leggings or made it more less sexified or whatever."
Yeah.
For the show. But if they did do that, if they did do
I
it more uniform, like with more yellow and everything, then other fans would complain that, oh no, this is, you're messing with her outfit. Like no matter what,
well,
they're not gonna make
here's
everyone
the
happy.
thing. Here's the thing. Her yellow outfit is iconic. Jet's
Yes.
look is iconic.
Yes.
Spike's suit is iconic.
Iconic.
They did not make the live action outfit iconic.
Mm.
And that's what it kind of boils down to. I'm like, I can give you all these notes on how you could have improved it and kind of like given homage to the original outfit, but in reality, what it boils down to is you did not make that outfit iconic.
That's true. You just made it
Like
like an
even
outfit.
like Ein as a corgi is an
Oh,
iconic like look. That is an like you say corgi, you're gonna know what a corgi looks like. It's
yeah.
like
We'll
Ein is
know.
a corgi. You
We'll
know
know who
what Ein
Ein
is gonna
is.
look like.
Mm-hmm.
Even Ed, as simple as it is a white crop top with black short spandex kind of thing
Yes.
with fluffy red hair. Like everything is iconic, but
Right.
they did not make the live action iconic.
Iconic. I can see where you're coming with that. Although I will say with Faye's outfit, I know no one, no matter what they did, they're not gonna make her like they're not gonna cater to every fan, at least for her, because
Right.
in all honesty, for a lot of people, that was their sexual awakening. Not
Can't
even gonna
exactly
lie.
blame them, but you know.
I mean, you had a like femme fatale who
Mhm.
also had a gambling addiction or whatever and gets in trouble and isn't like just a lady and men
Yeah.
yeah, I can tell men and women alike that was a lot of
And
their sexual awakenings.
like so I've talked about Spike, I've talked about Jet, I've talked about Faye. I also, again, no notes, 10 out of 10. Would recommend a second season of just him and Jet, honestly.
Yeah.
Flawless, perfect entity, perfect specimen.
Perfect specimen. No notes.
No notes.
No
They
notes.
did. I. This is just a very common problem in modern day. You can look across like all sorts of live action media and you will notice this. I don't think they used Ein enough. Ein was not present enough. And I think because the entertainment industry has gotten away from using live action animals.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Like everything usually is CGI now. If you think back
Yes.
to how the Grinch, Tim Curry's um
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
yeah,
I love that.
Max was a live action dog. If you
Yeah.
really think about it, in today's world, they would not have used a live action dog. They would have probably used this used a CGI dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they didn't use enough Ein, but I also kind of understand why they didn't use enough Ein. But
Yeah.
like, fuck that shit. He's not doing anything except being cute as fuck.
He's an adorable good boy, okay?
He's best boy.
He is the best
No
boy.
notes.
No notes.
Um,
You did great. A dog who played Ein. You did good.
so
10 out of 10.
my biggest complaint is they did not have Ed in the first season.
Oh, yes.
And I kept telling you that it deeply concerns me that we have seen character reveals in previews for everybody except Ed. We have even gotten Ein, but we have not gotten Ed, and that is very concerning to me.
Yeah.
And we got her as like a post-credit scene on the final episode, and it's like
You had strong opinions on that.
I had very strong opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I am not targeting this actress. This has nothing to do with this actress.
Obviously. And again, you said this was just in the post-credit scene.
She was only in the post-credit
Okay.
scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Her representation of Ed is shit. And this is not on her. This is on directing.
Right.
Because they should understand why Ed is a beloved character. Instead of having this child not understand why she has to act very hyper and put all this energy into it and the wrong kind of energy into her acting because the director does not understand the source material and the writers do not understand the source material.
Yeah.
This is not on the actress, this is on the director and the writer. Like
You genuinely believe that?
I genuinely believe that because we know Ed is very quirky and eccentric and high energy at times, and she'll say random silly things. And she does it with this very sweet kind of silliness to her.
Yeah.
We get a high energy Ed moment in this post-credit scene. And it's a very aggressive kind of energy. A very, not aggressive, but a very harsh energy.
Could you say obnoxious?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And again, not the actress.
No,
Like,
obviously. No.
People need to stop attacking the actors for the roles that they play. Like, that pisses me the fuck off. I'm like, yeah, I get that you don't, like, you hate John Walker from, like, Falcon the Winter Soldier. That's fucking fine. You need to leave Wyatt Russell, the actor, alone.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I get you hating Peter Quill, Star-Lord, for his decision
Yeah.
in Infinity War. You need to leave Chris Pratt alone about that. Like, you can hate those characters all the fuck you want, but y'all need to understand that attacking the actor or actress does fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It does nothing. That... But also, I'm also pretty mad about the look of Ed. Like, as simple as Ed's character design is, you should not be able to fuck it up. But she looks like a cheap-ass cosplay. Like, I have seen cosplay... Like, I've had friends who have cosplayed Ed and have done a way better job on, like, a cheap-ass closet budget cosplay.
Well, because it's technically an easy closet cosplay. How can you fuck that up? But
the big thing was her hair.
Oh, yeah.
It looked really bad.
Oof.
And that's on design. That is on wardrobe and makeup. Again, not her. She's not doing her hair. That's makeup. And if her hair is too short, because it was really short. It was really janky. Her hair is too short. Okay, put extensions in.
Oof.
Like, it looked bad.
See, I haven't seen it, and I wanted to see it. I just haven't had the opportunity to actually sit down.
You're busy, like, with adult shit,
I know,
shit or something. I don't know.
I still haven't even seen the Spider-Man, and I need to see it before the 17th.
Yeah, that's this week.
Yeah, I just hadn't had a chance to do it. So, but hopefully I'll get to sitting down and watching it. I want to see it before, because I know it's canceled, but hopefully they won't pull it. You know, I don't want them to pull
I don't think
the
they
show.
will, honestly. And, like, they did really good jobs with several of the scenes. I think, honestly, Spike, John Cho did a great job with the acting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy who played Vicious was fantastic. Again, I think both of them were a little old, but they matched each other's age.
Yeah.
So it works because they're supposed to be, like, a brotherhood, kind of like best friends kind of situation. So it works. I think Vicious did great. Too old, but did great.
Right.
It's like he has this, like, psychotic, evil kind of look about him at times. And then we'll do this, like, very, like, reserved syndicate professional. Again, moments that were fucking great. And just like, oh, okay, John Cho, too old, Vicious, too old. We can roll with this. We can roll with this. It's like, it's too late now. It's already shot. They're doing good jobs. They're great actors. They're doing a great job with it. I can get over it. We're going to have a second season. I can get over it if we can have a second season. It's not that big a deal. Yes, I have a lot to complain about. I like complaining about shit. I got opinions about shit. Why do you think we started a podcast about this kind of shit? I like to complain.
I was about to say,
but
that
it's
is exactly
like every
why we have
time I tell y'all I have a complaint, it's like, there is actually very, very good things behind it as well.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
there,
it's valid. A lot of the stuff that you put, I mean, because you, as a fan of,
yeah,
you
the
have valid
original,
criticisms. Yes, you have
right?
valid criticisms. So it's not just shitting on the show just to shit on the show. You actually
Because we
do
will
have,
shit on shit.
yeah, oh
You think
yeah.
we won't?
No, we
Let
will.
us let us point out the live action Mulan. We will shit on
Oh,
shit.
I still haven't seen it because I don't want to. But no, we can shit on shit. But in this case, you do have valid criticisms, and that's the
Right,
difference, knowing between actual shitting on shit and valid criticisms.
right. And like, people need to learn how to give criticism, because all these
Hmm.
people are doing are just bitching.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just bitching. Like, when you just bitch, you're not you're gonna lose shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
we lost the second season of Cowboy Bebop. We're not gonna get this
Uh,
back. Now this makes me
which
concerned for the live action Avatar that has been
oh, I am
for fucking
so
ages
scared for
at this
that one.
point.
I know. I'm so scared of that. Just
But like,
because
go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I'm right there with you. I'm nervous about that as well. Cuz it's just mm. Anywho,
And I get it. There's a lot to complain about with it.
but
And people just, all the creators, all the directors, all Netflix was hearing was the bad.
yeah. Well, not even the bad, just the people shitting on it just to shit on it.
Right. You know, what? Do you have opinions, Tangerine?
is that your little kitty coming to
You
visit?
kitty. He watched it with me. He
Oh.
chilled with me on the couch and watched it with me. So he has opinions too. He doesn't understand. He's watching animation with me and my husband
Oh,
for the first time because he baby.
yeah.
He
You
too
gotta break him
baby.
in early.
Yeah. Gotta
Um.
start him young.
All right.
But
So
yeah,
yeah. Keep
now that
going.
I've taken up over like the entire podcast with
Well, no,
that,
I'm just saying, like Cowboy Bebop not having a second season, even if I haven't seen it, I still think it's
right?
heartbreaking because I want them to continue bringing in like
Live action adaptations of popular anime.
exactly, but like I want it to be good. Of course, it's gonna stumble for the first, and
Yeah.
who's to say that it won't be a cult classic later on? Who's to
Right.
say that it won't be a cult classic? Because a lot of shows tend to do that, or
Mhm.
what it gives me? It gives off Firefly vibes.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
can
that's why it
see,
was so
yeah.
popular. And Firefly also didn't do very well, right? Like it was popular, they got canceled, but not a lot of people heard about it. And then it gained a huge cult following, had a movie about it, which I'm not going to talk about because anyway.
Well, like,
And
so
also
with
Alan
Firefly,
Tudyk.
yeah, Alan Tudyk, Firefly was popular, but it was also really expensive to make.
Oh yeah, that too. It was
But it wasn't
fantastic.
popular by like modern standards because
Mhm.
it didn't have the internet and the nerd culture to really back it up like things today can.
Mhm.
Um, it got expensive to make. It jumped around time points, so it would like end up conflicting with other popular stuff or not having a very good time slot. And
Yeah,
then
they
I
were
think
trying to
it
kill
moved
the
over.
show.
Yeah, they were. And then
Yeah.
it moved over to Sci-Fi Channel for a little bit. Sci-Fi didn't really want to invest in it, and so they're like, we're going to end it. And then they're like, well, we can make a movie to wrap everything up.
Mhm.
And they did. Boy, howdy, did they wrap it up. But yeah, it's just,
I hate that. But yes. I can see, and hopefully, I hate that it doesn't have a second season.
yeah,
But, maybe when people calm down and they actually can form constructive criticism, maybe it can come back. Netflix does have a tendency to pick up shows again, or another network could pick up that show. I'm not going to give up
right.
hope at all. And like I said, what you have are valid criticisms. I'm excited to watch the show. I still haven't seen it, but it's not going to be like, like you said, the live action Mulan, where I'm just like,
Oh
yeah,
no.
it's not going to be
Oh.
that. I will actually give this one a chance because I genuinely want to see this one thrive.
Because like with
Damn.
Mulan, even I like as a costumer, it's like I was watching this and I'm like, something doesn't feel right with the costumes. Like I feel
Mm,
like we're in the wrong region or we're in the wrong time. Like something feels off about this. I just like I told you about Faye. It's like she just they didn't make her outfit like translate her iconic outfit to a new iconic outfit for the live
right,
action.
right. All right. Well, we're gonna. We did take up more than half of that just to talk about Cowboy Bebop.
Hey, I
So
took up 30 minutes. We took up 15 minutes
that's
discussing
true.
how
That's
you
true.
tried to drown yourself with a neti pot.
That's true. That's true. All right. So this is the one thing me personally, am excited to talk about,
Yeah.
because I don't know, you hadn't seen it, but I did. I actually canceled stream to watch this.
Mhm.
Um, and it was on the day that I actually felt good, which is saying a lot. I I saw the Game Awards, and we're going to talk about that because
Yeah.
damn, I really am excited to talk about the Game Awards because yes, I appreciate their the winners who are the nominees or whoever was in there.
Mhm.
But in all honesty, I'm there just to see the new world premieres, okay? I'm just there to see what the new trailers for new games are going to be like, what kind of games are going to be out next year or the following year, all of that stuff. And apparently, they even used the Game Awards to announce movie trailers, which we'll talk about too.
Oh.
Exactly. So, let's get started. This is going to be out of order for me because
That's fine.
I'm not going to remember
I'm not
all
gonna
of
know
it.
any better. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. So can we talk about fucking Sonic the Hedgehog 2? I know you do not watch trailers. You do not watch trailers because you want nothing to be spoiled for you.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Mhm.
Deadass, I'm
Mhm.
excited for Sonic 2. And is it because of Idris Elba? As Knuckles, you bet your bottom
Mm.
dollar. Mm. And he said in an interview that he's going to try not to make Knuckles sound sexy. Idris Elba, I don't think you understand how much work that
You just
does.
sound like you
Because
breathe the sexy.
you just
You
breathe
like
in his sexy. Like, you're just so good. And I get it and you can even sound evil. You can sound evil. But with Knuckles, he's not well, he was a villain or an antagonist, I should say.
yes.
Um, in the earlier games. However, he grows to be a lovable character. That's
Right.
going to be hard to portray. Like, as Knuckles as a lovable character who is an antagonist, not necessarily a villain. You know who should I'm just you know who he should have done? He should have done
Mm.
what was it? I can't remember his name. The Sonic clone, but
Shadow.
not the clone. There you go,
Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah. Valid.
Well, no,
Valid. I agree. I agree. He would have been a much better Shadow, but like, hey, we get more.
that's true because Shadow is an emo boy, but the reason why I say Idris Elba should do that is
So
because
what you're saying is
he could
Brendan
be
Urie
evil,
should be Shadow.
huh?
So you're saying Brendan Urie
No,
should voice Shadow.
Brendan Urie, nah, he's too happy. I mean, he's still emo, but he's still happy. Yeah. The only way I say that Idris could also play Shadow is only because Idris Elba can sound evil. A sexy
Oh
evil.
Lord,
Like how
yes.
many people portray Shadow as sexy
You
evil.
told me, you're like, hang on, let me just play this one line of Knuckles for you.
Mm.
And you play, he's like, Idris Elba's promised that he wasn't gonna make him sexy, but listen to this, and you play it, and I'm like,
He says,
well, yeah, that's not sexy by Idris Elba standards.
but
Fair
it's
enough,
gonna
but
wake
the rest of us poor
oh,
weak women or people
people.
who are
Yeah.
attracted to his voice, that's sexy as hell. He can't be not sexy.
And I do appreciate, I believe the voice actor for Tails is
Yeah.
the original voice actor for Tails in the show, I believe, I think. So, like, I
Oh.
do appreciate that they're using actual voice actors, not just big name people for the sake of big name people. I'm not saying anything about Idris Elba because his voice is,
Yeah.
oh, it does things to me. But like, you know how we're not going to talk about Mario. Yes, we are. The Mario movie that was announced, and it was Chris Pratt as Mario. I'm not gonna judge just yet, but I really do wish that they use voice actors whose sole purpose is to actually voice act to still perform in movies. You know, I want that to be a thing. I'm not saying Idris Elba shouldn't be Knuckles, because he most certainly should be, because so nice. I'm not going to spoil too much of the trailer, because I think anyone who's excited about this film, you should see the trailer. It is so good. And I'm not gonna pressure you, Abby, to watch it, but trailer 10 out of 10. I love that they are incorporating both Tails and Knuckles, and Idris Elba. You can do no wrong. You can do no wrong with Knuckles. I'm so excited to see your portrayal of him. And also, if you ever want to say, hi, thank you so much, What's Your Opinion podcast, and send that recording, I will play it back over and over and over, just in case you're listening out there. I'm a big fan. So, moving on.
Calm your ovaries, damn it.
Can I also say that this movie is going to bring in a new era of furries, or should I say people who have sonic sonas or whatever. There's going to be a new era of kids who is going to have a sexual awakening from this movie. Just throwing that out there.
I feel like every few years, every 10 years or so, we have like this furry awakening movie that happens.
Can you imagine if Rouge the Bat is there? Oh my God.
Who?
Is it Rouge the Bat? Yeah, Rouge the Bat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
If they animated her in any way or put her in the following film or something, bruh. Her and Shadow? Bruh.
No hope.
There is no hope for any of us. We're all fucked. We're all fucked. Anyway, super excited for the film, if you can't tell. And it's going to be premiering October of 2022. Yeah. So a whole year, which I'm not excited to wait a whole year, but I will be patient. We've got many movies on the horizon, thankfully. And
I was about to completely derail this, but you're still talking about the Game Awards, so continue, because don't worry, I won't forget to talk about this.
Okay. I am super excited of all the indie games that are coming out as well. There's just so many that the trailers look amazing for. I don't remember a lot of them, but I do remember there's going to be a bunch of new indie games. And one of them I do want to talk about is, what was it? It actually looks really funny. It's called Thirsty Suitors. And
oh no.
It's called Thirsty Suitors, and it's based on Indian culture.
Oh.
And you have the aunties, and you have I'm super excited. I kind of want to play this game because it's a different kind of culture.
Right.
But it's like a Scott Pilgrim-ish game. You just fight your exes, essentially. And your mom is saying, well, why aren't you married? And all this, as many moms in other cultures can understand.
Yep.
The talk of, well, why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have kids? All these things. I'm willing to play this. Especially
why is this auntie like twirling like a 20-pound?
Because they can. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm watching. Like, I have it like muted, but like,
yeah. I think it's hilarious. I feel like it's going to be very funny. I think it's going to be a joke that everyone can relate to, in other cultures. Because in every culture, you're going to have a family like that. In every single culture. But it's nice to see this coming through an Indian culture. Because you have the colors, you have the visuals, the clothes, everything. I'm really excited. I really want to play this. Um,
I see what you're talking about with how it's very Scott Pilgrimish. I don't think this is going to be a game I'm ever going to play. I don't really think it's like a game I would be interested in.
yeah, which is fair.
I
Which
would
is fair.
love to watch Let's Plays of this because
Hmm.
it looks like it would be fucking hilarious to
I
watch.
think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be very funny. Um, and then of course, speaking of television and entertainment, there's gonna be a Halo TV series, and
Oh, that's exciting.
I know. I am wary. This is gonna be on Paramount Plus next year, and I'm wary of how people are going to take it. Very similar to, because I mean, it's going to be similar to how people would take Cowboy Bebop,
Cowboy
which we
Bebop.
talked about, because there's a lot of diehard fans, and I'm talking like diehard Halo
It's
fans.
an old game. Like, when
Mhm.
did Halo 1 come out?
I have no idea, but the new Halo game, the multiplayer game, Halo Infinite, I think, yeah, Halo Infinite came out, and it is popping off right now. Everyone's playing it. Everyone loves it. It's free to play for those if you want to play it. Everyone's talking about it. Everybody. So Halo's popping off. So the fact that they announced a show, yeah, it fits. There's going to be a lot of fan people. Just
So, if I'm looking at the right game, Halo, the original game, came out in November of 2001.
it's
So,
it's the nostalgia for a lot of people.
yeah, 2001. And so it's almost as old as Cowboy Bebop. So it is like Cowboy Bebop was in like 97 or 98.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a long-term game like following. So I can understand people being
wary. I mean,
and
it's,
critical.
I was gonna say everyone is going to be, I guess, like you said, critical of games and movies that are very special to them. They're going to be hypercritical because, first of all, they grew up with this, throughout their life. They played this. It holds nostalgia, and nostalgia is kind of powerful for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
So I can understand why everyone is kind of, they're excited, but also very wary, which there's nothing wrong with that. Will I watch it? I don't know yet. I liked Halo, but I wasn't a big fan,
Right.
I kind of joined.
I've played like Halo 1 and maybe a little bit of Halo 2, but like past that, like I don't really know anything of the newer stuff.
2 and 3 was for me. Like I played Halo 2 and 3, and then I played 1. And it was a fun time. I enjoyed it, and the story is good. The story is really good. But I personally am just like, I mean, it's good. It's just okay. I liked other stories, RPGs, I mean, it's a first person shooter, but it's not that bad, right?
Right. And
I enjoyed it.
we don't know what they're going to focus on. Are they going to focus on Master Chief? Are we going to get a new character? Like, are we just going to follow through a war story or what?
That is a great question. And there's a trailer to answer this
I might
question,
actually consider watching.
I was about to say, if you guys want to check it out, the trailer is out on YouTube. You should definitely check it out. They premiered it at the Game Awards. So, and like, it's interesting. But the one thing I do want to talk to you is this. Okay. There's a Star Wars game. And I know I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Star Wars game. There's a Star Wars game that I want to play. And that's saying a lot. Because the developer who created Detroit Becoming Human, which is fantastic in its story, fantastic in its design, that game, fantastic. So the developer who created that, Quantic Dream, is creating a new Star Wars game called Star Wars Eclipse. And if you get a chance, you need to watch the trailer because it's like a fucking film. And it is beautiful. to look at. It is so beautiful. And it's in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games.
Okay.
And this is going to be set in the High Republic. So I don't know in what time period it's going to be set at, you know? I really don't. But
Right.
I hope it's in early development. So we aren't going to have this game for a long while. But the trailer itself, dang, it looks so good.
Holy shit.
It looks so good. And I'm just like,
Holy fuck.
it's,
This
and it's,
this can't be like.
I didn't think it was Star Wars. I didn't think it was Star
Well,
Wars.
no, it's like it's one of those things that's like you gotta have an open, like when you really get into Star Wars, you just gotta have an open mind about shit. But I'm like,
Mhm.
this isn't CG. Those are like
No.
live actors.
These are like, they look amazing. And at the time when Detroit Become Human came out, they
Mhm.
did very good in what was it? What do you call that? It's a process where they put like the dots on actual human actors.
Oh, face tracker.
Yes, they did very well with that. So, and that was years ago. So now, you know, technology's improved. I hope it's not shit because the last game I should say the
Okay,
last
so we
game Star
kind of
Wars
know when
released.
this is.
When?
There's Yoda. Yoda has been seen in this, so we kind of
Okay.
roughly know when.
So I'm excited to play this. And I hope it's not as bad as what was the previous Star Wars games that was
Knights of the Old
janky as all
Republic.
hell? Huh?
Knights of the
No,
Old
no,
Republic.
not that one, not that one. There was another one. It was an RPG.
Oh. Sorry, I'm kind of watching this again on mute, and it's just like,
Hold on. I'll find it. Star Wars Fallen Order. That's what is it. It's
oh
the
yeah,
Star
okay.
Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That was janky as hell. Like I saw my
Mhm.
husband play it. I mean, story's okay. It's just
Yeah.
okay. But this one I think is probably going to surpass it.
If it's working with Lucasfilm, and
Yeah.
if Dave Filoni has any hand in this, even if he sneezes at this, it's gonna have some kind of direction towards the overarching storyline
But
of
doesn't it look
Star
beautiful?
Wars.
I
It's
had to talk to you about that because it looks stunning.
it's ridiculous how clean all this looks.
That's what
All
I'm
this
saying.
doesn't look like CG. This looks like live action with a lot of this.
I know, and I hope that they use the kind because you know sometimes the trailers look fantastic, but it's not
Mhm.
gameplay, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they can just put that same.
Well, we know
effort.
this. If we can just get the cutscenes to look as good as this, I'll be
I'll
happy.
be okay.
Good.
I'll be
Yeah, we'll be okay.
with that. But damn, it looked good.
It looks good. So you're like, I don't know when this is. And I'm like, well, we got Yoda on Coruscant, so we kind of roughly know when this is.
The timeline.
We do,
Yeah.
and we also got shit. What is he called? It's not Admiral. It's Viscount. It's a Viscount of the Trade Federation. They're those weird alien-looking dudes.
Right. But can you see? I knew you would appreciate it because there's a lot of details in the trailer.
It's beautiful.
It's
It looks so
pretty.
good.
So
I might try and convince my husband to play it for me.
I just to watch it, just so you can see it, because bruh, I'm excited.
Like there's lore shit for me that I'm like, oh, we get a yellow saber. We don't get a lot of yellow sabers. Oh, saber. Oh, who are you? Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And I'm not like a big Star Wars fan, but this game looks awesome. And of course, I'm going to be playing Knights of the Old Republic when that comes out, whenever that comes out, because that's also a fantastic game.
Like the remake.
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't
I was
know
about
when
to
that's
say,
gonna be.
Knights of the Old Republic does have a release for the Switch.
Yeah, but that's there's a remake or like a remastered version, and then they actually talked about remaking the whole thing with better graphics and everything. So there is a remastered that's I think for the Switch, and then an actual remake coming years down ahead, I think, because they announced that last year in last year's Game Awards, I believe, or was it E3? One of those they announced it, which I'm also going to be playing because nostalgia. Moving on. Sorry, I can't keep talking about just Star Wars and how beautiful it is.
Yeah, you're the
Um,
one talking, not me. I haven't taken over this yet.
I kind of want to talk about the horror games that are coming. There's two
Ooh.
particular that I'm excited about. So, Alan Wake 2 is coming out. And if anyone has played Alan Wake, the first game, it was scary but not really scary. It was like action adventure horror, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's like puzzles, all of that stuff. I've played it once, I think, because I had it for free for a while. It's
Oh.
a very slow burn for me. And I never finished it. But I did watch Let's Plays of it, and it's very good, story driven wise, because it's based off of
Mm-hmm.
like Stephen King stories, or he was an inspiration.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right. About a writer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of inspiration with that, and I watched other people play it because I just didn't have the patience for it. And it's really good story wise. And then they announced the second game, which is 10 years from the first game. And of course, fans are crazy about it. But the difference is, this isn't going to just be in like an action adventure game. This is straight
Right.
up survival horror game.
Oh.
And if you see Alan Wake 2, I can't get. It looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. Isn't that the
It
name?
does. Okay, so
Okay.
like you keep telling me these stuff, and I go and look because it's like, oh, you're interested in it, and
Yes.
he does. Like I'm like he
I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I'm like,
so that
Alan
relic
Wake,
he
you
holds
are not
above his
supposed.
head that lights up
Yes.
his face, and he picks it up. I'm like, you're like you're like he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, and he raises his face into the light. I'm like, yep,
That's Jake
yep,
Gyllenhaal, and
yep.
like no one can prove me otherwise. And because in the previous Alan Wake game, he does not look this good. He just doesn't. He doesn't look this good. So when I saw it, I'm like, Jake Gyllenhaal. And I'm thankfully, I'm not the only one who uh thought that, because I was reading the chat as this was going on, live streaming. I was reading the chat, and everyone was like, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, so you know how they
He
like
just looks like
kind
Jake
of
Gyllenhaal.
zoom in, like zoom down that street, and he's like has his back turned,
Oh
and he like
yes.
turns around and raises the thing above his head. Like it when y'all go and watch it, it like he does this, and I'm like, Constantine, Keanu Reeves,
Keanu
Constantine.
Reeves. Oh no. Oh,
Okay,
speaking
try and tell me that's not kind of what it looks like.
no, I can see that, because it's that scene where Keanu Reeves literally holds up something and to protect the lady. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about, that scene.
yeah.
Okay, so Alan Wake 2, I'm super excited. I don't maybe if now that it's a survival horror, I can play it and maybe I won't be bored with the slow burn, but that's just me.
Mm.
And this is another game that I'm super excited about, and it's called Slitterhead.
Oh,
And the
okay.
reason why I'm so excited about this game is because, and if you watch the trailer, it's freaky as hell. The monsters look amazing.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Slitterhead.
Slit her head.
Yes.
Okay, because I think I was trying to hear Slitherhead.
Oh
for
no,
a second.
Slitter head. Yeah, Slitterhead. So the reason why I am excited by this is because
Oh,
the Bokeh Game Studio was a team that was led by Silent Hill's creator Keiichiro Toyama. So the creator of Silent Hill has created another game, and
and
just
he's not like bound by Konami to do like
no.
dumb shit with it.
And look at the fucking monsters. It looks amazing. And I get the trailer is not as, graphically defining as,
The others,
Star Wars.
right?
But I am super excited to see these monsters come to life. I hope it holds
Right.
the same kind of suspense that like classic
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill games have. The monsters look amazing. The trailer looks amazing. And it's
It
just
looked really good.
mm,
I'm excited for it, honestly. Like I'm glad to see him the creator to have freedom.
Right. And like again, it looks like it could be an action game, like an action horror game. I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. I just want to support the creator of fucking
Right.
Silent Hill because I want him to do more. Because if he can create gold, I'm excited to play. Will I play by myself? Maybe drunk. I'm scared. And let's see what time is it. Okay, I still got a few more.
Yeah, you got
So
time.
yeah, I was about to say those are some games that I'm very excited to play personally. I know there's other games that I'm excited to play personally, but those the ones that I've talked about so far are my games. Um, I should also talk about what was it? The Matrix Resurrections.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
that's another movie trailer that
We actually
comes out.
saw.
Yeah, we saw. No, this one's a little different.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a different trailer. So
Oh.
I watched it. It was good. I'm gonna watch it. Continue watching it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. So that's another movie trailer that came out. Um, Something that I found very strange was there
Okay.
is a game coming out that's Lord of the Rings, right? There's a Lord of the Rings game coming out,
Okay. That's a little weird.
right? But it's the game is Gollum, Lord of the Rings Gollum. So it follows Gollum's
Hmm.
story. And if you look at the trailer, I can't tell if that's supposed to be like a younger Gollum, but I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it. That one was something completely out of left field for me. Uh, as a trailer, I don't know. It was bizarre. And if you want to take a chance to watch it, I would also take a chance to watch it. Um, Telltale Games is creating another game, which
Hell yeah. Did they keep
I
saying that they were gonna end up?
what was that?
Didn't they say that they were gonna end up like not continuing to work?
Yeah, I heard about that too. But then they released what was it? Last year they released a teaser trailer for A Wolf Among Us 2, which I'm excited about. Um,
Mm,
but this one's
good.
based off the Expanse book series and television show. I've never read it, nor have I watched the television show, but it's
Mm-hmm.
based off of that television show, which Telltale does do a lot of games based off other video games or television or comics like The Wolf Among Us or
Right.
Fable. So that's coming out, and that looks really cool in terms of trailers. I really hope Telltale does really well. That's all I'm
Right.
gonna
Like
say because I do like their
they
stories. The writing and a lot of them is good,
yeah.
um, and stuff. Especially with The Walking Dead, that what they did for The Walking Dead, that
Mm-hmm.
was iconic. There's a new Sonic game coming out, which it looks okay. I don't know how I feel about that either.
Oh, isn't that the open world one?
Is it? I think so. I don't know how
Is
I
it what is
feel.
it? Sonic Frontier?
Frontiers, yes.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the open world one, which
First ever
sounds
open zone inspired, yes.
yeah, it's supposed that sounds promising. That sounds very exciting for a Sonic game. I'm not
Okay.
exactly sure how that's gonna translate well.
All right. I gotta break this down. So
Mm-hmm.
I played Sonic, but I was never a big Sonic fan. My brother on
Okay,
the other
fair.
hand, my brother on the other hand collected every single game. He collected the comic books. He grew up with Sonic. Like
Yeah.
he is a Sonic fan, right?
Yeah.
And he even told me as he grows up, he was one of those fans that no matter how disappointing the games were, which there was a lot of them, he would
Mm-hmm.
still he would still buy the games. So I need to get his opinion on this because it's the kind of high hope. He's those kind of fans who has high hopes for the Sonic franchise,
Mm-hmm.
only to be let down. He never even played Sonic Boom because he heard how terrible it was. He just couldn't do
Oof.
it. He couldn't bring himself to do it. So, and I think that was the last big game that Sega actually made was Sonic Boom. I don't know how I
Yeah.
feel about Sonic, and that one crashed and burned. So I don't know how I feel about Sonic Frontiers. Now the show is doing great. Apparently, the Sonic Boom show was doing good, and the movies came out, so they're doing
Hmm.
great in terms of television and movies and film. I don't know
Right.
about games though. I feel like everyone is kind of just like, this is exciting, but you let me down so many times before. I don't know how I
Right.
feel about this. And as interesting as it is to see like, oh, it's the first ever open world kind of thing,
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people are excited to play that. We're just not. We're just. They're all nervous. And again, I may not play it because of I'd rather watch other people play it. Again, I'm not
Fair.
that big of a fan. I watched my brother play it because he was obsessed with Sonic. So
Right. I don't think I'm gonna play it because I feel like it's kind of like I've mentioned this previously with some games that I feel like it's a kind of a reskin of Breath of the Wild, but with Sonic. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I am not a Sonic fan. I don't really care either way about Sonic, so I'm probably not gonna really like purchase it to play it. I'll
mm-hmm.
If one of our friends ends up playing it for stream, I'll hop in and watch it. Like if let's say like Markiplier or Jack or like any of the Let's Players that I enjoy watching ends up playing it, I'll give it a chance that way. Other than that, I'm kind of indifferent to it. It is exciting to have an open world for Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Mm-hmm.
give it that. Um, but I am cautious. It's like, how is that gonna work?
That's true. I don't know. That's what I'm nervous about. Like, I
I'm
want
not
to hold up
nervous
hope.
about it,
I want
but
to hold
I've
hope,
right.
but yeah. And okay, I know we have. It's almost time for us to go, so let me just finish
Mm,
this by speaking of the game that everyone, not really me, but everybody
mhm.
else is very excited for, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is something that your husband is also excited for.
Yes.
And that
Totally.
is Elden Ring.
Oh my god.
And Elden Ring is um it's the lore heavy kind of like Dark Souls. It's a Dark Souls
Right.
game ish.
Is it a dark Elden Ring?
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's Elden Ring. And everyone's freaking out about it and for good reason. They had dropped a lore trailer, which is interesting. They dropped the lore trailer at the Game Awards. And of course, I was reading chat and I couldn't read
Mm.
chat because everyone was talking so excitedly and I couldn't, read.
Keep up. Yeah.
I couldn't keep up. But it was I don't know if it gave us yes, it did. It gave us a date and it's coming February 25th of next year. So, of course everyone's losing their shit. So, it's soon. It's only a few months
Right.
away. So, everyone's freaking out about it. It looks amazing. Not even going to lie. I'm not really interested in Dark Souls
Yeah.
or what was it? Those kind of games. Was it Dark Souls? There was Bloodborne, I guess now Elden Ring, and
Um.
others games similar to it because I have rage issues and I will get so frustrated very easily. And I know myself. I get so frustrated with those kinds of games and I don't want to do that to myself. I just
Fair.
can't do that to myself. It brings out the worst in me. I know myself. But I'm excited to see everyone else play it. I like watching other people play it and get pissed off
They
because that's
are fun
funny.
to watch.
Yeah.
They
I just
are
can't
fun to
play it
watch.
because I will rage. I know myself. It's like when if I died to a boss playing Kingdom Hearts over and over and over, I will rage. And it's fucking Kingdom Hearts. So can you imagine
I
if I
mean,
play a
isn't that what
game?
Chelsea did?
Yes, yes. But can you imagine if I played a game that's designed to piss you off? Hell no, I'm good. I'm good. But I am excited to see everyone else excited for this game because it looks stunning. It looks really, really beautiful.
Hey, I
Um,
hate to be like a bitch and an asshole, but can I take over for the last
yes,
two
yes.
minutes?
Yeah, you got to stop because I will keep going. The Game Awards, y'all should watch it if you hadn't had a chance to watch it. I mean,
Mm.
congrats to the winners and the nominees and stuff, but come
Boop,
on,
boop.
we're all there for the trailers.
Yep.
We just got to admit to ourselves. Okay, okay, go ahead.
So, like, we're talking about entertainment news for this week. Well, like, I'm going to talk about entertainment news for next week. Spider-Man No Way Home is coming out Friday. I am
Yep.
so fucking
Hmm.
excited.
That's true. Yep, it's next week. I'm
So y'all
excited
need to
too.
just go ahead and prepare yourself. That's what I'm going
We're
to be
gonna talk
talking
about
about
it. We're gonna talk about the whole. We're of course we did
whole
that for
whole
was it
last time.
Eternals. We talked about the Eternals for a little while, and then we just started
Mhm.
going back into the Marvel universe as we often do.
Because it's big. It's not. It's no longer small. This is huge.
Yeah. So we'll
I'm
wrap it up.
excited.
Let's go ahead and wrap
I'm
it up.
s- I'm so excited.
I am too.
I like. I hope you like. I hope you can come watch it with me because it's like I do have a lot of fun watching Marvel movies with Tracy.
Eh.
Um, e, but I also understand if you can't make it down.
Yeah, I don't know if I can make it down, but I'll watch it the same day you will, and we
Yeah,
can talk about it later.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
I'm so excited for
I
it.
am. I
Like
am
it
too.
is.
I have to watch the movie though. I have to watch it this week. Maybe tonight. I might do that tonight.
You should do that tonight. If
Um.
you want, like we could watch, like hop on and do like what is it? We can do Disney Plus
mm,
together. Or wait, where is it? Isn't it on Hulu? No, it's on HBO.
I maybe.
Spider-Man.
Okay, we can't. We can't keep wasting time. We're almost done with our time.
Wait,
Who are you?
uh, um, I'm
That.
Mickey Reed. Oh, no, where is it? Oh, Ricey. I don't think you can watch it online for
Oh
free.
no. Yeah, I can watch it online for free.
Okay. We're just gonna drop it at that.
Yeah, we're gonna. Of
We're
course,
not gonna
there's
go any
ways.
further.
It's the internet. I'm sure there's ways.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the internet. I'm Abmiki Reed. You can find me on Twitter under Abmiki. I don't have it up on my phone. I have it up on my tablet. Hello. That's me. You can find me on Twitter with the exact same spelling. I don't stream yet. I don't have the computer or the setup to really even attempt streaming other than the basics when I host for the podcast.
Yeah.
But you can find me kicking ass and taking names and scaring the shit out of Ricey and or Chelsea over on their streams.
Yeah. It's me. And I am. That's me.
Eh.
I'm a bowl of
I was
ricey.
about to say, did you forget who you were too?
No, it's like that's me. I am a bowl of ricey. You can find me on Twitch with that name, Twitter with that name, spelled that way. Oh, and I also have. Oh no.
Cosplay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my cosplay shit together. All right,
Isn't that
that's
just
Vessel's
your
cosplay
normal
on
stuff?
Instagram, and I believe it's all. And I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm going to stream today or not because I kind of been feeling it, but we'll see. I have no schedule at the moment because I'm trying to get my life together. But I'm streaming. I am streaming. That's for sure. And where can you find us?
You can find us at What's Your Open 10 on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. We already have the topic. That's gonna be Spider-Man. So if you don't want to be spoiled, we understand. However, if you want to come and join us to talk about Spider-Man next week, we'll welcome it. We're excited. We're gonna be so excited. This is gonna be
So excited.
amazing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. But yes, you guys, please take care of yourself. Especially for those who've been affected by tornadoes. If there's any bad storms or anything, please, 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 please stay safe. It's crazy weather. It's a crazy time. People are leaving. People are graduating and Christmas break has started. Please drive safely. All that stuff. Please be careful.
All the crazy people
It's
are
cray-cray
out.
out there. Yep, all the
They're
crazies are out. I mean, look at us. Anywho.
Yep, look at us. Absolutely bonkers. No sense.
But yes, we will see you guys next week. And until then, yeah, have a good one. Have a good week. Bye everybody.
Bye. Bye.